Born one of 9 children on August 22, 1920, my grandfather, Charles Tesser, who we called Pop, grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey. His birth parents were Jack and Lena Tesser, but he was raised by his stepmother Gussie after the death of his mother when he was a young child.
He stayed in Jersey up until the time that he went into the Army, and that was 1941. And he was one of a few brothers that were all going to be serving in the Army, but they didn't wait until they were going to be drafted. They went and they enlisted. But while he was in the Army, he did several things until he found his place as an Army photographer. And that's what he spent the 4 years outside of the normal fighting. He was the photographer for his Signal Corps. He would tell the story of one of these big bombs. He was with his friend and they were sitting under a tree, and this thing came and landed right in front of them, but it didn't go off.
After coming home from the war to visit family, he met my grandmother, who in her words says he was the love of her life. And she knew immediately.
There was a letter that he wrote to Grandma when he was coming home from the war, and the letter, and he had met Grandma while he was back in the States preparing to invade Japan, and the letter states that when I was fighting in Germany, I accepted my fate as something that I might have to do, and I might have to die. But now that I've met you, I have something to live for, and I want to come home. And I think that he retained that sense of love and dedication for the rest of his life.
On June 9th, 1946, my pop got married to my grandma Doris Tesser, who he remained married to until the day he passed away on November 28, 2004. They had 3 children, the eldest Lew, middle child Stu, and youngest, my mom, Bonnie. In order to support this growing family, he continued to follow his passion in photography and enrolled in television school after returning home from the war, which resulted in a career in film and video.
When he came home, he opened up a photography studio, and it was fine. I thought it was a good deal, but it wasn't what he wanted. He needed more of a challenge.
He was on the crew that went from NBC that went to important events, the World Series and the Super Bowls and the presidential assassinations and the inaugurations and the Rose Bowl and the Civil Rights Movement, and where it was happening. He would be sent to wherever network was going to cover something important.
The news events, the day's events, and he was part of that, and he liked that. And I think his years in NBC were very good. He had 35 years, and I think he enjoyed them. Yeah. I didn't love them because he worked weekends and holidays and all that stuff, but he was happy doing that job.
His main achievement was not as a photographer or a videographer, but as a family man.
Oh God, he was the best. He was absolutely the best. There was nobody or nothing that was more important than his wife and his children. Nothing. Not money, not travel, not anything. The children were his life. And carrying on to the grandchildren, same thing. His life was good because of his children.
He's named after Pop. His middle name is Charles for Pop, and Pop was Charlie. And I'd want him to know that Pop would have loved him very much, and that if he grows up to be a man like Pop, that's pretty much as good a man as he could be.
Well, if you think about yourself and as having a great hair day, you think of yourself when you're just feeling good and life is wonderful. And that's how my father would see you all the time. He would see the best in people and accept them for who they are, and just see them as beautiful, as though everyone were having a good hair day. And that's who he was.